everyone, welcome back to myclass.com. Today our topic is threads in Java. So let's start. So before going to explain about threads in Java, we are firstly focused on multitasking. So what is multitasking? There are two types of multitasking. First one is process-based multitasking and second one is thread-based multitasking. Process-based multitasking is actually means that as the multiprocessing. We all know about multiprocessing. All system is our computer is capable of multiprocessing. So multiprocessing means we can run more than one process at a time. That means your computer allowing you to run to two or more programs concurrently. That is actually process-based multitasking or multiprocessing. So in multiprocessing, operating system or our system is capable of running more than one process, sharing the CPU time concurrently. That means here the process 1 is there, process 2 is there, and process 3 is there. So three processes are running concurrently. That is actually the concept of process-based multitasking. So what is thread-based multitasking? Thread-based multitasking means in this, the thread is the smallest unit of dispatchable code. In thread-based multitasking operating system or one process, we can divide one process into different smallest unit of dispatchable codes. This smallest units is we are called thread. Thread means the smallest unit of the dispatchable code, or we can say that thread is a lightweight process. This smallest units, we can perform the smallest unit task simultaneously. That is actually we are called thread-based multitasking. So this part of our program code is we are called thread. So first we can divide our one program into different smallest unit. That unit can run separately and that is not affecting the actual result of our program. So such smallest units we are called thread. In this example, let's see in this process 1, thread A, thread B and thread C. Three smallest units are there. This thread A and thread B, thread C we can run concurrently. That is actually called thread based multitasking. So that is the actual concept of multi-threaded programming or threads in Java. A multi-threaded program contains two or more parts that can run concurrently. Each part of such program is called thread. Okay. So multi-threading is a specialized form of multitasking. Hope you understood what is multitasking and multi-processing and multi-threading. So let's go to the next topic. Next topic is the Java thread model. Java thread model actually means how Java is performing the multitasking. So Java virtual machine allows an application to have multiple threads of execution running concurrently. The Java programming language allows us to create a program that contains one or more parts that can run simultaneously at the same time. This type of program is called a multi-threading program. So in a multi-threading program, more than two threads are there that can run concurrently. So each thread exists in several states. Like any other program, normal program is also have different state like ready state, running state, termination or blocked state. Like that, thread also exists in several states. So we are going to explain about that state. The first state is new. New state means ready to run. Ready to run means a thread is in new when it gets CPU time. It's just going to get the CPU time for the execution. That means it is runnable, ready to run. So that is our new state. After new state, the thread is in runnable state. That is ready to run, or it's just going to execute or just going to run the thread. So that is a running state. Running state means a thread is in running state when it is under execution. When it is under execution, that it is we are called running state. Then the next is, so after runnable state, the thread is in the running state. After running state, there is two possibility is there, that is suspended state and blocked state. So the suspended status, a thread is in the suspended state when it is temporarily inactive or under execution. Okay, that means we can suspend the execution of one process or one thread for some time. So at that time, that thread is, we can say that the thread is in the suspended state. Okay. Next is blocked state. Blocked state means a thread is in the blocked state when it is waiting for resources. For the execution, all know that it is necessary for lots of resources like printer, input devices or output devices like that. So if the process is one resources and that is used by another thread or any another process, then the thread is going to change the execution into blocked state. Okay, a thread is in the blocked state when it is waiting for resources. So waiting for resources means that is blocked state, that is not runnable state. That means the thread cannot continue its execution because it is waiting for some other resources. Okay, after getting the resources, that non-runnable state is converted into runnable state. After that, it is starting its execution. Okay, these 5 states are the important state that a thread have, like new state, running state, suspended state, blocked state, and terminated state. Now we are going to discuss about how a program with thread is write in Java. So to create a new thread, our program will either extend the thread class or implement the runnable interface. So there are 2 methods. The methods are, first method is that by using the thread class, we can inherit the thread class, then we can create a new thread and we can handle the thread execution by using different methods, and also we can handle multi-threading program by using runnable interface. So in thread class, lots of methods are there. By using these methods, we are handling the execution of the different threads and also the main program. Okay, so the some of the main methods are get name. Get name means obtain a thread's name. So like if one thread is the t dot get name, 3 dot get name means we can get the name of that thread. So get priority means each thread has its own priority. So there is a number. So that number is can get by using the get priority method. Get priority method like t dot get priority. When we are writing like in our code, we will get it return an integer value that is indicating the priority of that thread. Next method is isalive. Isalive method is for checking if the thread is still running or not. Okay, join method is for wait for a thread to terminate. If one method is waiting for another thread to terminate, we are using the join method, that we will explain later. This is a wide concept. Now next is run, entry point for the thread. In run method, we are actually writing what is going to be inside a thread. Okay, sleep method is used for suspend a thread for a period of time. Sleep is for that. Then start a thread by calling its run method. After start method, we are calling that start method is calling the run method to execute a thread. Okay, that is actually the main method that is under our thread class. Get name, like there is also set name. Set name is for setting the name for a thread. Set name. That is, we are going to check with a program. We are discussing about a program. So now I am going to write a program with a thread class. The program that is extending the thread class for creating a thread. So let's start. Now I am going to write a program for creating thread. Okay. Class A extends our thread class. Then inside this class, our run method will write public void run So this is actually the code for one thread. System dot out dot println. We are just printing child thread or new thread. Okay, new thread. Okay, we are putting this inside a loop for printing more than one time. It is I less than 5 I plus plus. Okay, so this is actually our thread portion. Okay, now we are going to write our main class. Public static void main string args. Here I am going to explain a big concept, like if our thread if our program is not consisting any thread portion, and then also the main all programmers will treat as a one thread, like main thread. We all know that the Java virtual machine start its execution with the main method, so that main method itself is considered as a main thread. Okay, so for that we can here we can say that the current thread at this time, if Java virtual machine is starting its execution, the main thread will start its execution. Okay, inside the main method or inside that main thread we are calling another thread for concurrent execution. So here I am creating a object of our class a new a t equal to new. Okay, then t dot start. This is the actual starting portion of our another thread. Okay, so this is our main thread. This is our main thread portion, and inside the main thread we are just saying the JVM to start execution of the another thread concurrently. T dot start. If any other portion of code is there inside the main method, that is also executing at the same time, the another thread is also executing. The we are just putting one another code inside our main thread. Okay, let's see how it's work. Java C B class dot Java. Okay, no problem. Java B class. See, main thread is executed, like we are printing main thread in 5 times in our main thread. Okay, main thread, and new thread is another thread that is we are executing concurrently, that is the inside our class A. Now I am going to explain about one more thing. We already discussed that main method main method is itself act as a main thread, is it? Then I'm just pasting some code like thread tr equal to thread dot current thread. That means this tr will now hold which is the current thread in this time, printing the current thread detail tr. See, so let's compile and run. See, after compilation and run, current thread one output is like current thread main comma 5 comma main. That means now the current thread name is main, that is under the main thread itself, and the priorities, this is the priority value of the main thread 5. The 5 is the default value of priority. When we are setting another value, this that value will display here. Okay, so we can also set the name of, we can also edit the name of this current thread tr dot set name set name, new name. That means it is now change the name of our main thread. Okay, let's see how it's work. See, now the name of our thread is new name. That is under the name, under the method, under the thread main, the name is now new name. Okay. Now we will check one more thing, that how it is inside the another thread. Okay. Okay, no error. Okay. See, first the current thread is our main thread. We change the name of the main thread, new name, then main thread execution worked. After that, current thread equal to thread, our thread 0. The name of the default name of that thread is thread 0 5 main. Then we are, that is under our main thread. See, here also the main thread is there. See, here also after the third value is main. Here also the third value is main. The priority is the default priority value 5. Here the thread 0, the first thread, actually that is the meaning of thread 0. I have changed the name of that thread, that is child new name. See, now the thread name change. After that, the execution will complete here and terminate the execution of all main thread and the child thread. I think hope you understood the little bit concept of thread by using thread class. Just go through. After that, in the next video, I will show you how to write a program with runnable interface. Okay, thank you.